In only 90 days, I lost 27.8 pounds without hard dieting, without giving up my favorite foods, and without living in the gym working out every day. Stick around till the end of this video and I'll show you 6 steps I took to make this transformation. For everyone new, my name is Marco. I am head coach here at Muscle Earning, where we help men lose weight and get dangerously fit. Enjoy the video. The first thing I did to make this happen is I was tracking my calories. Right, so basically how you lose weight without having a meal plan, without having a diet plan, without having a strict eating regime, is basically you track your calories and you make sure that you stay in a calorie deficit. This is essentially how every diet works. Basically, you create a calorie deficit, meaning energy deficit, meaning your body needs this amount of energy, you give it a bit less than that, and therefore it needs to use your previously stored fat, burn that for energy, for that lack of energy, and therefore you lose weight. This is basically how every diet works. With keto, when you remove carbs, you remove also calories, because carbs have calories, right? And you create that deficit. When you, do carnivore, you also remove some type of foods and create that deficit as well. So this is essentially how every single diet works. You basically just need to be in a calorie deficit and you will lose weight. And the fun thing about this is calorie is a calorie. So basically a calorie from a Snickers bar is the same as calorie from an apple. So basically if I eat, let's say 1,000 calories worth of Snickers and I eat 1,000 calories worth of apple, it's going to basically do the same thing weight loss regarding, right? If now this doesn't mean that you should just eat Snickers and lose weight. I'm not saying that because you're going to create nutritional deficiencies and you don't want to do that because you're going to get sick and it's not going to be a fun thing. But all I'm saying is that if you track your calories and you stay in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight because calories are what matters for weight loss. So essentially what I was doing is I was eating healthy. I was trying I was eating healthy, eating a lot of protein, eating a lot of whole foods. And this is what I recommend you also have 80-20 rule. Basically 80% of your calories should be whole, nutritious, unprocessed, natural foods that are coming from earth. And I was having about 20% of processed bad foods, right? Chocolate, think about chocolate bars, pizza, burgers and stuff like that. But essentially the main thing here is, as I said, calorie is a calorie, and as long as you stay in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. So that is what I was doing. Basically, I was just having my phone. I downloaded an app. It's called MyFitnessPal, and I figured out how many calories I need to eat to lose weight, about 2 pounds per week of weight loss. I determined that, and I was tracking every single day what I was eating, and I was making sure that I stay under that calorie intake. So that's essentially what I was doing and how I was able to lose weight without hard dieting, without any extremes, without giving up pizzas, beers, burgers, and without giving up my life basically. And yeah, that's how I did it. And to be honest with you, this is actually how I stayed consistent, I stayed disciplined. It's basically I was just eating whatever, trying my best to eat a lot of protein and just staying below my calorie intake, and that is it. So it's not like quantum physics. It's basically this simple. It's just calories in, calories out. If you eat less calories than your body burns, you're going to lose weight. That's how I did it. Also, calories are not the only thing. I was also prioritizing protein in every meal. This is hugely important because many of us don't eat a lot of protein. Basically, if I was just eating in a calorie deficit and I was just tracking my calories and staying below my in calorie deficit, I would definitely lose weight. As any person in this world would. But the thing is, you're going to lose weight and muscle and water and your organs mass if you don't eat enough protein. So this is why it's essential that you eat a lot of protein while you're in that calorie deficit, while you're losing weight. Because if you are eating a lot of protein and you're giving your body, you're staying in a calorie deficit, what's going to happen is your body is going to burn only fat cells, only fats, your fat stores for energy. But if you don't eat enough protein, then your body is going to also burn muscle, and that's not very good thing, because then your metabolism slows down, and then fat loss stalls and it gets slower, and you get no energy, and it's not a pleasant thing. I mean, you won't have muscle. You will not be muscular. You'll just be skinny and weak. And have no energy, and that is not the goal. The goal is to be muscular. The goal is to be confident. The goal is to have a lot of energy. The goal is to have that drive back, and that's what you do by staying in a calorie deficit, through tracking calories and eating a lot of protein, eating high protein diet. So think a lot of chicken, a lot of eggs every single day, a lot of beef, a lot of cottage cheese, a lot of Greek yogurt, a lot of oats, a lot of peanut butter, any protein source that you can get, eat. Make sure that that's the majority of your meal, right? And every single meal should have protein. That's what I did, yeah, that's basically how I was able to lose 27.8 pounds in 90 days, and get in the best shape of my life, simply by doing these first two things. Now, the third thing that I did is I worked out about 3 to 4 times per week, right? So working out 3 to 4 times per week. Now, I know you might be wondering, how can you get in such a good shape by working out only 3 to 4 times a week? I thought it was, I should work out 7 days a week or something like that. The truth is, your body needs rest time. Your muscles need rest, and when you work out a lot, you don't give your body enough rest and recovery time that is needed to build muscle. Therefore, when you train only 3 to 4 times per week, you're giving your body that rest needed, and your muscles that rest needed that it needs to repair itself and to grow. Yes, exactly. Grow while in a calorie deficit and preserve the muscle. Basically, I was working out, as I said, 3 to 4 times a week. This way, I was maintaining my strength or even increasing my strength. Basically, I was trying every single workout to either increase my reps or increase my weight on my exercises. So that way, I was either maintaining or increasing strength. And that is the crucial thing that you must be doing if you want to, build a fit body, and if you want to lose fat and not muscle. You have to challenge your muscle to grow, to adapt, right? You need to push through and challenge more and do more and more weight, or do more and more reps, right? Repetitions with the same weight. So that is what I was doing through training only 3 to 4 times per week, and trying my best to either increase reps or increase weight on the bar, right? Weight on the exercise, weight on per set, right? So that way, as I said, already repeated myself, but basically pushing through and trying to get stronger, working out only 3 to 4 times a week, so my muscles can recover and can be stronger for the next workout, right? If I was training every single day, my muscles in my body, my central nervous system, it would go in panic, it would burn out, and plus, I'm in a calorie deficit. Basically, I'm in an energy deficit. Your body doesn't have enough energy, and you work out every single day, you burn it out. It's going to go into panic mode, and we don't want that. We want to steadily lose fat, even build muscle or preserve muscle, and feed it with enough protein, so that way we're making consistent and good progress, and we're not losing muscle, and we're not getting skinny, but we're getting muscular and fit. That's what you want. Awesome. Next thing. Fourth, I drink a lot of water. I wrote it down here. I naturally drink a lot of water. But I think this is huge because let me just write it down. I think this is huge because when you drink a lot of water, basically you need to drink Coca-Cola, Sprite, sodas, and those sugary drinks that are high in calorie content. And I believe that this helped me a lot to stay in a calorie deficit, because if I was drinking Coca-Cola every single day and drinking 1 liter of Coca-Cola, that would be 500, I believe, calories. Imagine that, and I would be hungry all the time. But this way, basically I drink water, I'm not hungry, and I'm not getting any calories from I'm not getting any liquid calories, right? And liquid calories are basically silent fat gainers. Like you drink, you might think like, hey, like you just one glass of Coca-Cola, but then one glass of Coca-Cola has like 150 to 200 calories, and that can add up. Like imagine drinking that every single day. That's about 1,400 calories per week, and it just adds up, and that's how get fatter, and that's not what we want. So basically, I would just suggest you, if you want to make similar transformation to this, I would just suggest you to drink a lot of water. Just make a habit of yours to drink a lot of water, to always have a glass near your working computer or whatever you do, or have a water bottle with you all the time that's filled with water, so that way you can always drink it whenever you are thirsty, right? And that way you are going to eat less. You won't be hungry, right? You might be thirsty, but you drink water, and like you're not thirsty and you're not hungry anymore. But also you are not consuming any liquid calories, so you have more calories to eat real foods that are going to fulfill you and satisfy you, and it's going to make losing weight and making this transformation 10 times, 100 times easier. I promise. If you just remove liquid calories, you'll basically done half of the job, right? So that's it. And also drinking water, like when you drink a lot of water, you're hydrating yourself, your energy is going to go up, and if you have everything correctly and done correctly, it's just going to add on top of all of it, and basically just kind of distribute those nutrients that you eat through your whole body, and you're healthy basically. So those vitamins and those nutrients go to your body and go to your muscles correctly. So that's the fourth thing I did. Fifth thing, I ate a lot of green veggies and veggies in general. So this is just goes without saying that you should eat a lot of green veggies. But why? Why should you eat a lot of vegetables, and why should you eat a lot of broccoli and stuff like that? We see bodybuilders that eat a lot of it. It's basically when you eat a lot of veggies and a lot of green veggies, they are very low in calorie content, so they're very low calorie food. And also they have a lot of fiber, and fiber is a nutrient that satisfies you, that curbs that hunger feeling. And when you eat a lot of fiber, you are not hungry, right? And the volume, for example, like this pile of broccoli, right? When you eat it, like you're definitely going to be fulfilled, like you're going to pass out because you ate it too much. But it's only about like 200 calories, 300 calories, right? So that's why also eating veggies is healthy. But not only that, it's going to help you stay, it's going to help you, all right, my English is bad, stay not hungry, right? It's basically going to make you less hungry, right? So that's a great thing. You get to eat more while losing weight, and plus you're getting healthier. Like I would take that deal any time of the day. So that is why I ate a lot of green veggies besides all of these four things as well. And the sixth thing is, and this is a huge one, I believe, because it plays a huge role. I'm gonna tell you why. It's basically I had a regular sleep schedule. I was in bed by 11:30 p.m. and awake by 7:30 p.m. And this I believe is a huge thing, because let me just write it down. Because if you're not getting enough sleep, your body goes into panic mode, into stress mode. And there has been a study done basically in 2011 where two groups of men, one group of men slept for 5.5 hours and another group slept for 8.5 hours per night. And they tracked the statistics of those two groups. And the first group that slept less for 5.5 hours lost 60% more fat-free mass, basically muscle mass, water mass, organs mass, bones mass, right? The mass that you need. They lost 60% more of that and 55% less fat mass. So that is huge. Like just that study alone, that is huge, and goes to show like why should you actually sleep and sleep a lot. And the regular sleep schedule allows you to do that. You force your brain and you kind of teach it to all right, I'm at bed by this time and I'm awake by this time, and your body gets used to it, and I believe that your body just functions better when you have a regular sleep schedule. Like if we were to take it to extreme, like imagine that, you have completely irregular schedule, like sleeping schedule. Like you're going to have no energy, you're going to have no motivation. Like if you one day go to bed at 5 a.m. and wake up 7 a.m. and another day you go to bed at like 11 p.m. and wake up at 5 p.m. like it's going to be all over the place, and your results in your body and won't like it, and that's going to be all over the place as well. So having a regular sleep schedule is a huge thing. Just kind of gets you in your routine, gets you set for the day, also helps you lose fat and not muscle, helps you lose more fat. So I would take that trait any time of the day. As I said, also it regulates your stress, and your hormones, and if you do just that, you're going to have a lot better performance, and a lot of your body's going to be healthy. So that's about it. What I did, what are the 6 crucial main steps I did to make this transformation here in about 90 days. So basically, let's recap it real quick. I was tracking my calories, staying in a calorie deficit. That is it. Calories are what matters the most when it comes to weight loss. But I needed to back that up with a lot of protein, high protein diet, eating a lot of chicken, eating a lot of eggs, eating a lot of beef, eating a lot of cottage cheese, Greek yogurt. Think about all of those sources. I was eating a lot of those things, because the more protein you eat, the more muscle you're going to build, the more muscle you're going to preserve, the more fat you're going to burn, and it's you're going to feel good. And then what I was doing also was I was working out 3 to 4 times per week, so that way I was actually trying to build muscle, right, and trying to get in shape, and I wasn't working 7 days or 6 days or to that extremes per week, because my body, and like yours and like every single body on this earth, needs recovery and rest, and if you're not giving it, her body's going to burn out, and you're not going to lose fat and make a great transformation. 4th thing, I was drinking a lot of water. Naturally, I drank a lot of water, but drinking a lot of water helps you, stay not hungry, right? And it helps you also just kind of distribute and replenish those nutrients and those vitamins throughout your body, so that way you're healthy and you're hydrated, and I believe it makes a big, huge difference. As well, you're not drinking any liquid calories, therefore it's 10 times easier for you to lose weight and eat a lot of real foods. 5th thing, veggies. I was eating a lot of green veggies, that way I was getting in a lot of fiber. And 6th and last step, I was having a regular sleep schedule that I was following. 11:30 in the bed, at 7:30 wake up time every single day. That way I was healthy, and my body was working perfectly, and that way I was able to lose fat appropriately and the healthy way, and make this awesome transformation that I'm really proud of, and just have my life 10 times better, and have my energy better, and everything is just improved just by having these 6 steps done in 90 days. That is it for this video. If you have any questions, leave them below. If you would want to work one-on-one with us privately, you have a link below to book a call to talk with either me or someone from my team. We'll be taking a look at you, create a strategy for you, and see how we can work together. So that is it. If you're interested, book a call. First link in the description, click on it, book a call, and we'll talk soon. That is it for this video. Talk to you in the next one. Bye.